Good afternoon. My name is Hawa Zakaria, Controller, Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment, Niger State. I am here with my team, presently in Bago Skills Acquisition Center, to discuss on areas of collaboration. This is a center that we have come and we find out that a lot of trainings of the youth and women empowerment is taking place. And we had interest in see how we're going to collaborate with this center and even furthermore to our own center that have been started with the federal government to see how our youths can be trained to have a sustainability income in their life, not really depending on government because of the white-collar job is not available. And that is why we are here, and by the privilege of God again, the Netherlands government has decided to pick Niger State among the 3 in the Holy Federation. In Niger State, we know we have the mining sites where young youths, men and women, are into that business, which we feel they need. Some of them need to go back to school and some of them needed to be trained. And that is why we are here to see those that have been removed from the mining side, they can come over to this training center and acquire skills ranging from 6 months to 1 year, where we feel they should be accommodated and be kept in one place to have the high and maximum concentration to the train so that when they finish their training, they can come back and give it back to the society. And especially, we know that our governor is the farmer governor. So we want to see a way that we will start from the land preparation up to the storing without unnecessarily moving out of Niger State, but virtually everything will be done inclusive or domesticated in Niger State by this skills acquisition. And you know, the Federal Ministry of Labor satisfied the artisans, the skilled men, with certificate that is being recognized internationally, which we call it the trade testing certificate. It is in classes ranging from class 3, 2, and 1, that both outside and within you can be gainfully engaged, employed, if you desire to be employed. But if you don't desire, by the virtue of the training that we're going to join our hands together, one can put tables of food, not single table. Because one can train 20, 20 can train 40, 40 can train 80. There it goes. Before you know, our youth are engaged, and all this nest of troubleshooting of the youth, troubling the youth, banditries and insecurity will be properly taken care of in Niger State. Our desire to see that Niger State will be a state that other states will come around and learn and emulate and copy. And if you could know, if you read and listen to Mr. President's 1st October speech, Niger State was quoted because he has said we have taken the right direction at the right hands. So that is why we are here, to see how we can put our hands together to achieve this goal in no distant time. Thank you, and thank you, and thank you very much.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time this message reaches you. My name is Al-Hassan Mohammed. I'm a Principal Labor Officer with the Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment, Niger State Office. I also am privileged to be the Desk Officer on child labor on the artisanal and small-scale gold mining sector in Niger State. I'm speaking to you presently from the Bago Skills Acquisition Center, which forms the very bedrock of capacity building for manpower to drive the Niger Foods agenda forward. In driving any agenda forward, the agenda is only as good as its manpower. When we have skills acquisition centers across the states that have curriculums that factor in mechanized farming processes and value-added processes to farm produce in Niger State, we are talking about producing goods that are export-worthy. Furthermore, the Federal Ministry of Labour and Employment are here to collaborate with the Bago Skills Acquisition Center to develop a joint technical curriculum that we can spread from as far as secondary school level to tertiary institution, whereby in a state of 74,000 square kilometers, with the largest number of land borders in the country, with the largest number of land mass and one of the strongest voter strengths in Nigeria, we can have an annual production line of qualified people to man the Niger Foods agenda. Why is the Niger Foods agenda so important? Niger State is sitting on 74,000 square kilometers of arable, farmable land and sitting on tremendous mineral wealth. When farming and that agenda becomes attractive to young people, because when you look at the demography of the country, 80% of our current demography are all youths. When youths find the Niger Foods agenda attractive by learning skills in fabrication, welding, operation of farm inputs like harvesters, tractors, etc. When it becomes attractive, when we spread the news as far as our secondary schools, as far as the NYSC scheme in Niger State, the Niger Foods agenda has an army of skilled individuals that will man and ensure the success of the agenda. Why is the Niger Foods agenda so important to us? It is so important to us considering the current economic realities and the current drive of His Excellency, the former Governor Bago. You will agree with me that food security is top of the agenda in terms of priority and sustaining peace and harmony in society. Niger State is making deliberate efforts in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Labour and Employment to ensure that our young people in Niger State are not only trained in agro and agro-allied industries, but are also certified under our trade testing certification under the Skills Department of the Federal Ministry of Labour. It is our sincere expectation and hope that after development of a curriculum for skills acquisition, it will be distributed among all tertiary institutions, whereby any successful graduate that wants to be certified, in order for him to be certified, he must be certified through the Skills Department of the Federal Ministry of Labour and Employment by issuing he or her a trade test certificate. In conclusion, I would like to say, when you train the human capacity building is one of the most important ingredients into the success of any agenda or program. Niger State is beyond leaps and bounds in the areas of training human beings, in the area on capacity building for different fields. Now it's time for us to put concerted, deliberate effort to train people, young people specifically, and females and children of working age. That's on completion of the compulsory basic education, that's at the end of JS3, on the importance and the prospects and the future that the Niger Foods agenda can provide for them. Because the overall is not just food security, but Niger State will become a leader, not just in Africa, but globally in several sectors in agri production. For example, Niger State, as we speak, has the best shea butter on the planet. It's just to add value to it, process it, and export it to an already existing market. Hence, the Bago Skill Acquisition Center is fundamental. It is a major catalyst in ensuring that the message of training an individual goes to the grassroots. Furthermore, in order for the success of the Niger Foods agenda, the Federal Ministry of Labour and Employment, in collaboration with the Bago Skills Acquisition Center, will humbly suggest that a trade fair for food produce across the state to see which local government produced the biggest yam in the state in the year 2024, for example, or which local government produced the largest quantities of rice. Once you put the element of competition inside it, it will spread like wildfire. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you very much for your time. Once again, child labor is a menace that affects not just individuals, but affects the society as a whole. As a child is an individual that is under the age of 18. Hence, it is important for us to protect their fundamental basic human rights so that our tomorrow will be much better than our today. Thank you very much again for this opportunity, and thank you, Niger State.